what about just the fact that they got like fucking Thug and Gunna and Trippie Redd to just act? Like I never would have, if I had a show, it would never even occur to me in a million years like, oh, maybe I can get Young Thug to play a role on the show. It just does not seem like the kind of thing that he would ever do.
Yeah, but
you were around for all that. And
I was there every day.
Right.
Every day I was there. First season, every day I was there. And it's just crazy. Like, when all those people came out, I was like, damn, that's crazy. Thug came, Gunna came, damn, the Kardashians came.
Right.
But then when I sat back and realized, I'm like, hold on. This is the highest level. Think about that. This is the highest level. Like, this is TV, bruh. This ain't the radio where people just hear you. People gonna see your face. Rappers want that. The Kardashians want that. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like unbelievable once I sat there and thought about it. I'm like, damn, this is dope for everybody's brand. Why wouldn't they want to be on TV? You know what I'm saying? So it's just dope, man.
Definitely. Okay. One thing that kind of stood out to me in the most recent season was just the episode where basically there's like a confrontation of like you being the black guy who doesn't really fuck with the gay jokes, and then Dickie and Benny Blanco are just in their own world of just making like the gayest fucking jokes to each other ever. That episode to me was almost like so cringe that it was kind of like uncomfortable. And then I felt like I finally understood it when you came out and we get to like, they get to see themselves through your eyes and like sort of realize like, oh, like, I don't know. This is hard to make sense of. Like, how did you feel about sort of being the voice of reason in that episode?
Well, honestly, I always feel like the voice of reason sometimes, you know, because when you're an artist and you focus and stuff and you on your path, you're not really trying to hear the outside. You got tunnel vision, you know what I mean? And I respect the fact that Dickie comes to me and be like, hey, what you think about this? And like you said, and like you saw, I get to be myself. Right. I get to be like, man, I'm going over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I like, bro.
Because I'm always the sus one. Like with AD, I'm always the one saying some sus-ass shit. And AD
bro, it's like,
oh, my God.
It's like you're Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
And he's...
Basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, it's like the best of both worlds. And at the end of the day, it's the truth to all of that. All that stuff that y'all saw Benny and LD doing, besides LD and Benny, other people doing that. You feel me? So what's the big deal? You know what I mean? And that's just the world we live in, bro. You see all this LGB, well, you know.
LGBTQ.
Yeah, like,
X,
it ain't, dude, nobody should be offended at this point. It's 2025 right now in my mind.
Definitely. So were you playing a slightly more homophobic version of yourself in that episode?
Man, I was really being my real self. And I don't have nothing against nobody homosexual or nothing. I love everybody. Like, that's the best part about being a human. You're a human being. You're a human being yourself. Look at those two words. They go together for a reason. Just be yourself. If that's who you want to be, go ahead and do it. But nobody going to be able to say nothing if you winning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you winning, so what? You winning. Do yourself. Do whatever you want. You winning.
But that's like kind of, bro, that whole episode is kind of like a metaphor for like what you said of like dudes just sort of getting in their own mind state and thinking that random shit is cool that's not necessarily going to read as cool to the rest of the world, like calling each other Chuck 5,000 fucking times. It's like, you know, it might seem funny just between you and your friends, but there's always that weird moment of like you're trying to process your inside jokes to be funny to the outside world, and sometimes you have to like check yourself and realize like, oh, maybe they're not ready for that. That's not going to seem funny.
Man, I love the feedback from that episode because I had people coming up to me like, yo, it was crazy. And then I had people coming up to me like, yo, we loved it. So it's like, it goes both ways, man. Like, as long as you're doing what you want to do in life, you successful, man.
But that had to be like the most contentious episode, right? Because I read a fucking Pitchfork article shitting on that episode specifically. I was like,
Pitchfork,
wow,
man, Pitchfork shit on everything.
Shit.
Pitchfork probably shit on me right now. They shit on everything, bro. You gotta think about it. Whenever you do something, somebody always gonna have something to say.
Right.
So it don't matter what you're doing, just do it. Nike it up all day, bro.
Definitely. Do you feel like you're like past the part of your life where the hate could get to you? Like, do you ever read something on Twitter, on Instagram that like really kind of hits home?
Man, I'm way past that, bro. Y'all seen the resume, man. People know I've been doing it for a long time. Like, people can say whatever they want about me. But as long as I'm able to know that I got something to look forward to the next day, as long as my mama happy, you know, as long as LD happy, that's all that I care about, man. As long as my fans is happy, like, as long as I'm happy, like, nothing else matters. You can say, what can you say about me that's gonna make me feel bad? You know what I'm saying? I already never knew my real mom or dad,
You never knew either of them?
Nah. You know what I'm saying?
So you were a foster kid.
I was adopted at 18 months. It's like,
Wow.
you can't say nothing to me to make me feel bad, bro. I'm from the ghetto, man. You get what I'm saying? Like, nothing can I'm strong like that. Like, that's just what it is. That's just my persona. That's just my character. Like, I've been through a lot of shit, so somebody that don't know me commented online, it's not gonna hurt me.
Right.
Like, long as they see me, that's all that matters. Like,
Did you always know as a kid that you were adopted, or did you find out?
I didn't know until I was
later?
probably like 4 or 5 years old. You know, my mom and my sister, they didn't want to really tell me. You know what I'm saying? And my mom and my sister is my auntie and my cousin. But, you know, they really didn't want to tell me. They want to protect my feelings. But as I got older, I started, you know, manning up to the story, sharing my story, you know, because I'm proud of who I am.
Right. Was there, when you were young, though, like, did you feel like you were supposed to be ashamed, or that you were supposed to feel like
Oh, yeah, definitely.
something bad?
It would fuck me up when I would go to Van Ness Park on Van Ness and Slauson all the time. I used to play basketball up there, and I would see people up there with their moms and dads and stuff, or you go to the barbershop, my sister taking me to the barbershop. You know what I mean? And it's like I see people with their dads in the barbershop. You know what I mean? So little shit used to get like to me, but now it don't, because I take care of my mom and my sister, and I'm the man now. So
Right. Does that make you want to have kids?
oh, definitely, man. I definitely want to have kids, but I just want to have them at the right time, which they say you'll never find the right time. But yeah, man, I'm a family man. I want kids one day.
At least, like, for the guy, it's more open-ended. For the woman, it really needs to be the right time, because their life sort of changes more dramatically.
Yeah, they can't even have babies after a certain age and stuff like that.
They have the time limit, and, you know, they're the one with the thing growing inside of them for like a year, so that's kind of controversial too. Damn. That's very interesting.
Congrats to you too, man. You got a beautiful family, brother.
Appreciate it, man. 8 months.
That's tight, man.
8 months. And she fucking eats dirt now. This is like a new thing I found out about. She just goes to the plant and she just picks dirt up out of the plant and eats the dirt. So that's that. If you want to have kids, you got to be ready for things like that. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Man, I'm still trying to manage my Frenchie, bro. He be shitting everywhere. Crazy.
I hear that. You also were on a song with Kendrick at one point too.
Ooh, what you just say?
Kendrick.
Run that back.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I got a song with Kendrick Lamar and Tyga and Schoolboy Q from like 2009 called Summer Girl.
Yeah, did that seem like a big deal when you were doing that, or not so much?
It definitely felt like a big deal because I'm like, this is GED, me, Tyga, Schoolboy Q, linking up with TDE, and we already knew like, damn, Kendrick on his way up. And this one, he was still K-Dot, you know what I mean? So just to be able to see him really live up to the potential that he had. Like, he was in there doing that verse with no pen, no pad, no nothing. We sitting in the back looking like rookies. You know what I mean? We like, damn, Kendrick just did his whole verse like that. And we was mind blown, man. Like I said, man, I really appreciate everybody that really digs in the archives, because I really appreciate those moments, and I can't wait to create more dope moments like that, man.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, that at that time, Kendrick, you know, he definitely had a name for himself, but he wasn't like what he became sort of after Good Kid, Mad City. That's sort of like reached a different level.
But another reason why it means so much to me, because like Draco said, way before the fame, you feel me? Like, people gonna remember that type of stuff. Like, Kendrick could walk in here right now and he gonna say what's up to me off the dribble.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just priceless, bro. Like, I love history, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was one of my favorite subjects at school.
For sure. That's how I feel like sometimes when I'm getting ready for interviews and I'm watching all this shit from 10, 15 years ago, and I'm digging into the deepest corners of somebody's YouTube channel and shit. But wait, how old are you?
Me? I'm 35.
35. I'm 37. Doesn't it feel kind of crazy to have like multiple lives within your life? Like,
oh yeah,
that's why I look back at all those days of riding BMX bikes, and I'm just like, dude, that was like another person. I can't believe I'm the same person that got to live that life.
You want to know who made me realize that? RZA. I just shot a short film with RZA. It's a movie coming out called Not an Artist. Shout out to Alexis Pappas and what's his last name? Yeah, Jeremy Teicher. He's the producer. But yeah, we did a movie, and while I'm on set, RZA just tells me some real shit. He's like, yo, let me holler at you and stuff. And we talking or whatever the case may be. And he like, you got 2 halves to your life. From 0 to 40, that's your first half. From 40 to 80, that's your second half. And if you make it 80 and beyond, you're blessed. You win it. So he was just like, everything that you do in your first half as a man, don't bring what you do in your first half to the second half. So like in the first half, if you blowing crazy money on girls and jewelry and doing drugs, don't bring none of that shit to the second half. You know what I mean? So that was a good breakdown. And salute to RZA for giving me that gym.
Yeah, that's real. I said recently, and I feel like it almost kind of is the same thing, is that you have like the clout half of your life, and then you have like the money half of your life, or like the business taking care of your shit part of your life. I feel like so many people spend like their 20s and maybe part of their 30s being focused on like being popular, being well liked, getting girls out the ass, et cetera, et cetera. And then at some point, your temperament sort of slows down a little bit. You realize maybe there's not as much for me to gain in just being popular all the time, you know?
Nah, you're right, man, because when you level up as a man, you want to make sure your responsibilities match your age. You get what I'm saying? When you get older, you be starting to feel like, damn, I ain't got this, I ain't got that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, you really got to start focusing and taking care of your responsibilities. I'm still trying to, you know, handle my business every day so I can become better as a man, as an artist, and make sure that my second half is dope. You know what I mean? And if you ask me, looking at my first half and my second half, I'm doing well, and I'm going to continue to thrive, and I just want to get better, bro.